As promised, we are going to continue our discussion about Excel lists. So we'll talk about sorting next. And here I have a list, and I'd like to sort this list, by salesperson, let's say. So there's a couple things I'd like to warn you about. First of all, we should always have a column called, ID or record number or whatever you want to call it. And what this allows me to do, I'm just going to put in 1, 2, and then highlight them and fill them down to the bottom of the list. So what this gives me is an original order of the list, however it was typed, however it was placed into Excel. And when sorting, filtering, this type of thing, it can be useful. So it's not doing any harm here. We should add that in. Now, with respect to sorting, there's a couple things we got to look out for. The first thing, okay, is when sorting, you want to make sure you click into your list and then go to the Data tab along the ribbon. There you have a group called Sort and Filter. Now, you do have these quick buttons, sort ascending, and you also have this big button that says Sort. Now, the first time you do this, I recommend you hit the Sort button, and here's why. This, as far as we're concerned, sure, it looks like a list. I want to make sure Excel thinks it's a list. There's no blank hidden column or anything that's going to mess up my sort. So when I click into any cell in the list, hit the Sort button, and it pops up this Sort dialog box. If you look in the background, you can see that it actually has highlighted my entire list, all of the data. So I'm confident that the sort is going to work well. So I could say sort by salesperson, hit OK, and as you can see, it gets sorted in ascending order. Now that I know that this is an acceptable list as far as Excel is concerned, and as far as I'm concerned, then I could start using these quick buttons. But I wouldn't just go right into these. I'd make sure with the Sort button first. The added advantage to the Sort button is you can set multiple levels. So I could say sort by salesperson. You'll see that there are duplicate salespeople. So how do I want to sort these records right here? Well, we could sort it by a secondary level. And I could say add a level, sort by, cancel out there for a second. You can see those are the dangers with sorting. I had some data selected ahead of time there. So sort by salesperson, I'm going to add a level. I'm going to then sort by the invoice amount, smallest to largest. Okay, and now we have it sorted, each salesperson by their invoice. Here's the things you want to stay away from. We just saw it actually. You don't want to have some data selected first and then hit it. You can see that things are getting a little bit mucked up in there. You also don't want to get in the habit of selecting the entire column and hitting these quick sort buttons. It does give you a warning these days. Didn't used to. And in this case, we definitely want to expand the selection because otherwise it'll just sort that one column. So those are things I just stay away from, and then you never have to deal with them. If I want to use the buttons, I simply click into the column, hit the sort ascending or sort descending buttons, and it's going to be as simple as that to do your sorting. So don't overcomplicate it. Don't select the column. Don't do those things. And the first time you sort, I recommend using the actual Sort button found on that Data tab just to confirm that it is a list.